So I'm here talking with Holly Mulder, and I am so excited to have you and your family join us tonight. We're going to have an opportunity to talk about opportunities that kids at Camp Blodgett have to grow. Holly, can you tell me a little bit about what brought you and your family to Camp Blodgett?
Absolutely. Well, we had just gone through a pretty extreme family transition, and we were back in Michigan, and I found myself back in my hometown, actually, which is kind of more of an affluent sort of homogenous sort of place, and I was looking for opportunities for my kids to really gain perspective and just have some experiences that I really was hoping for them. And I found so much at Camp Blodgett, not only for them to, the opportunities for them here to experience a really quality camp experience, but in the friendships that they could make and the support that they got, those were unexpected items.
So you've gone through a lot as a person and as a parent through your kids' journey. What kept you coming back to Camp Blodgett?
I really was excited about the opportunities to have the camp experience, to forge the friendships and that sort of thing, but I was not expecting the leadership opportunities and the confidence that the kids gained during that time, because it was just so important to have so many caring, devoted people just building into them. So yeah, that would definitely be part of that.
Absolutely. That is what Camp Blodgett's all about, right? It's not just the fun and the activities and that kind of thing, but giving these kids and your kids and lots of other kids opportunities for leadership opportunities and growth over time.
I feel like you guys make it fun. It's like,
good.
You know, they're eating their vegetables and they don't even know it.
That's awesome. Well, let's bring your kids in and also your husband, Jason, and we'll have them join us for more conversation. Hey, so Justice, it's really great to have all of you guys here, but I have a question for you first. You were a camper for just a year, and when you guys were introduced to Camp Blodgett, and the next year you became a young leader for us. So as a 14-year-old, you grew into this new program opportunity of our Young Leaders program, and you really demonstrated mentorship and leadership in that program. Tell me a little bit about what that experience was like for you and how it gave you opportunities to grow.
So as a camper, I came into Camp Blodgett very closed off, and I didn't really understand the community that I had just become a part of. But then my first year as a young leader, the older young leaders really stepped up and kind of took me under their wing, and I learned a lot. It was a very judgment-free area, and I felt very accepted. And so that allowed me to grow in myself and to help other people grow. So then later on, when it came for my time to come through and I could be that older young leader and help those campers who were like, I don't know if I want to come back next year, I could be like, it's a very different experience. It gives you a lot of real world help. And that was a really good growth for me. And it helped me outside of the Camp Blodgett community, because I grew up outside of Camp Blodgett in a very closed off community as well that didn't experience the outside world very much. And so I could kind of share my own experiences and help people in that community grow as well.
That's really great. You've really grown into an incredible young man, and we're so grateful that you're still involved with us here at Camp Blodgett. So I'll never forget the day that your whole family came into our office at Camp Blodgett, and three of you, Luke and Joni and also Eli, interviewed for our STEM Academy. That program was a big part of your lives here at Camp Blodgett, and I just wondered if you wanted to talk about that at all. Like, what was the STEM Academy like for you, Joni, and how did it help you grow?
It's not like school. It's like if school was so much more fun, you know? Like, all the teachers are just so beyond kind, and they are always there to help you, and they would let you do fun things. Like, it wasn't just sitting down and working, it was like we'd do experiments, and we'd go down to the water, and it was so fun. I enjoyed my time at STEM Academy.
That's great. Luke, how would you say the STEM Academy helped you grow into the student that you are today? Like, how did it help you academically?
I would have to say that STEM, it actually impacted me more personally than school did, because I had a lot more bonds here than I felt like I had at school. But then, like, also, as my sister was saying, the school itself, it was a lot more hands-on. I felt like I could actually grasp the knowledge myself instead of, you know, being a little bit more distance and doing a lot more paperwork. It was more, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna go make s'mores with the just the heat of the sun. It was a lot. It was so much better than I would have ever expected.
That's awesome. Holly, you've always shared with me just how much you've appreciated the program, the STEM Academy. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
Boy, the kids really touched on a lot of the issues or the benefits. I would just say that it is invaluable to have that connection, that educational component between the end of school and the beginning of school over summer. It definitely impacted the kids and kept the learning real and fresh. So, yeah, that's hard to beat. Plus, with all the local teachers and all the opportunity that they provide, that's hard to beat too.
As we wrap up our time here together this evening, I just wondered if you guys have anything else you'd like to add.
Sure, yeah, I think I've really been impacted by how the relationships that the kids have gotten have really kind of changed and matured them. And then secondly, they've taken on a lot of responsibility. They've wanted to grow, wanted to become leaders, wanted to be involved, and that's just been incredible to watch.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Joni, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I think I was a camper longest out of all these. It was just like the cabin experience was amazing, and bonding with the counselors. It was like they had a big sister. It's like I had a big sister, and it was just such an amazing feeling to be in a family of like 12 girls, and just having friends at summer camp. Like, everybody wanted to be friends. Like, it didn't matter who you were. It's just everybody just, yeah, it was such a good experience to have.
That's so great to hear. We love the friendships that we can see from kids all over camp. And it's just, yeah, it's one of the great things about camp. You all are some incredible young people. I just really appreciate that you joined us here tonight. As we wrap up our time, Holly, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Actually, I do. One thing that meant a lot to me personally as a parent, particularly as at that time, 7 years ago, a single mother of 4 kids, going back to college on a very limited income. It was amazing the judgment-free support that I received from the staff at Camp Blodgett, whereas that had not been what I experienced in other places. And knowing that I could help facilitate through Camp Blodgett this experience for my kids when I had very little, all the way through to getting my degree and finding my path and being able to support at a greater level myself, like through that transitional process. That's been incredible because, boy, let me say, 7 years ago, there was just no way that this would have been a reality for my 4 kids back then. So that has meant a lot to me. That has brought tears to my eyes. And if there is any way tonight that you could support Camp Blodgett, that it's just an amazing opportunity for so many.